Hi and welcome. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on accepting abundance. My name is Paul, and today's date is, July 18th, 2018, and this is episode 96. Okay, TBC stands for the billion coin. And that is a cryptocurrency that the creators of it came out with 2 years ago. And it did not get put on a trading market exchange. So it is not to be found with all the other cryptocurrencies out there, like Bitcoin and so on a market where they can be traded every day and their value can be manipulated by the wealthy, the already wealthy. Our coin was designed with a mission behind it to eliminate global financial poverty. So what the admin, the creators, and they're a team, but we call him by one name. He calls himself Chris Kringle because he gives the gift of his coins out. We don't, but he does. Okay? We, meaning the members of this community that we're a part of, this billion coin community. Okay, so admin brought out a coin and they created, or they are creating, only 1 billion coins. Okay, so that's the maximum. That's your supply and demand. 1 billion coins, never anything more than 1 billion, and not anything less than 1 billion. It had to be 1 billion in order to achieve this mission of ours of eliminating global poverty and replacing it with abundance. And then they created an algorithm. It's like a formula. And that algorithm is what bases the value of our coin and how the value of our coin will always go up every day. It will never fluctuate in price, meaning going down again. It will only go up and up and up. And we based it on our first billion members worldwide that have our coin or divisions of our coin, which are called Kringles, like divisions of Bitcoin are called Satoshi. When we get to our first billion members, and we've got 1 billion coins in circulation, we would have achieved our mission. And we will bring not only the elimination of poverty into reality, but we will replace that with complete abundance. Okay, so there is a very, very specific mission. And in order to accomplish that mission, our cryptocurrency had to have some control. Unlike when you've got a blockchain platform, which is decentralized, and then you've got it on a market trading exchange, and all of these exchanges and even separate companies have wallets available for you to hold your coins in. That is completely decentralized. Okay. Well, actually, the exchanges are centralized. Okay, but they offer wallets. What I want to explain is that the way we kept control of our coin is by hanging on to the control of our wallet. There's just one wallet available with our coin, and that comes from us. Okay, so when you register, you become a private member of our community, and you will read through an agreement, and you will choose to either agree with our mission or not agree. If you don't agree, obviously, then that's that. Okay, but if you agree, then you're most likely going to want to join us. Okay, in 2 years, we've grown to almost 3 million members. We have a long ways to go to get to 1 billion. But what is exciting is that price of that coin has only gone up every day. And here's how we base that coin, the value. every human being that joins our private community raises the value of our coin by 1 grain of gold. In other words, the value of 1 grain of gold at the current gold price. So today that price is approximately $2.60 per grain of gold. So every time a person joins, if one person joined tomorrow, then it would raise the price of our billion coin up another $2.60. If 100 people join tomorrow, it would raise it up by $260. The coin, each coin that we have would go up in value by $260. If 1,000 people join tomorrow, it would go up by 2,600. Okay, per coin. All right. If 10,000 join tomorrow, and that's basically what we're doing at this point, anywhere between 5 and 10,000 a day. And 10,000 join tomorrow, it would raise the price up by $26,000 per coin. So yes, we do have the most expensive coin in the world. One coin right now with 3.3 million members is worth, I think, around $8.3 million per coin. So how do you get the coin? Let me show you first. Let me tell you this first. The price of our coin, obviously, is based on our first billion members. And then it tops off. In other words, that's the maximum price that it will ever go up. So 1 billion members times 1 billion grains of gold at the current price of whatever that is, when we hit that billionth member, will stop and be the maximum price that that coin will always be worth. It will never go down and it will never go up after that. And so what is that? Well, obviously a billion, and say the price of gold is the exact same in 2 to 3 years when we hit that billion as it is today. Each coin would be worth $2.6 billion. So if you had one coin, you'd be a multi-billionaire. Now, if the price of gold goes up in the next 2 to 3 years, you'll just be that much more. The coin will be worth that much more. Probably, at least 3 billion. So again, how do you get one of those coins? Or has the ship left the dock and you've missed the boat? No, because we're not on a trading market exchange, and all those coins, when they start out, the ship is docked, and then when people come in and buy up the coin starts to go up in price, then basically the ship leaves the dock, right? And basically it's all up to timing. If you can buy a coin when it's low and then it goes up in price, then you've caught the boat, right? But if the ship has left and it's gone, then kind of like what Bitcoin is in a sense. I mean, their price for one coin is about 6,300, I think. A couple days ago, it was 6,300 per coin. So a lot of people can't even afford one coin of Bitcoin. So they buy some Satoshi because, that's fine. That's all they can afford. They only have $100. They'll buy $100 of Satoshi, right? And hope that the price goes up. But it's a risk because they're on a market that can be controlled by the already wealthy who comes in and buys up all the coin they want because they've got the money to do it. And that raises the price up. But then what they want to do is they want to sell. Once it gets up to a certain price, they want to sell. It's the old pump and dump that they do with the stock market, which is their market, the commodities market. All markets are central banking system setups to steal the wealth of the people. And how they do that is they do the pump and dump. They dump, which means they sell all their coins, lowering the price, and people lose. The masses, who are basically gambling, taking a huge risk if they don't know, especially if they don't know what they're doing, lose their coins, and they can lose them very, very fast on the coin market. And then when the price gets low enough and the rich want to buy them up again, they do. They buy their own coins back, and then they'll pick up your coins that you bought and put back into the system. Okay. And they're now on a trading market, and they'll take those coins. And they're very patient. I always say this, and they take their time, and over time, they get more and more of the people's wealth that way. They collect your coins, or if it's stocks, they collect your stocks, whatever. They end up with the wealth of the people. And they've been doing this for centuries and in different ways for decades and in different ways for centuries. Okay, well, that system is about to go down. Okay, we see the economic crisis that is happening around the world. We see people, countries, governments that want to get off of that system, back in their currencies, buy gold again. And the central bankers are freaking out, okay, because they are losing certain control over certain countries. Countries like Venezuela have created their own cryptocurrency and backed it by gold, okay, and it's working. So that country, if it continues to work, and they just got started with this, so give them a little time. But if you're paying attention to Venezuela on a daily or weekly basis, you will see improvement every single day or every single week. It's slow. It takes time. Okay, the people were just wiped out. They were slaughtered. They were starved to death by the central bankers who put sanctions on their ability to sell their oil because they didn't want to do what the central bankers were telling them to do. The government didn't want to go along. Okay, and so they put sanctions and they couldn't sell their oil, but now they're selling their oil because they have cryptocurrency, and they can make deals with other countries that have cryptocurrency and will buy their oil, okay, with either cryptocurrency or some gold-backed currency. And they don't have to use it's not really ours, it's Fed's petrodollar, Federal Reserve note, okay, US dollars. Okay, so that's the situation we find ourselves in. And we have created a coin that just in and of itself will eliminate all these problems and bring the people back into having their hands on their own money. It will bring back their control, the control to them, us. We, the people, will have our own money. We will no longer be enslaved to this debt-based central banking system, economic system. And we have been in that system since 1913, when the Federal Reserve Act was passed by Woodrow Wilson, who betrayed the American people and put the printing and the control of our money against the Constitution and gave it to the control of a private bank called the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve turned around and lent them their money and charged them interest, charged our government interest. Okay, so we've been on that system straight now without any breaks for 105 years. Well, their time is running out simply because technology has finally arrived, not only in the form of the internet, but in the form of blockchain technology, which was created by the same individual who created Bitcoin back in 2009, calls himself Satoshi Nakamoto, right? So it's not going away. In fact, it's only gotten better over the last 9 years. So much better that we started out 2 years ago, the Billion Coin, on that same original blockchain platform that Bitcoin is created on. That platform that can only do 7 transactions a second all over the world, while Visa and MasterCard are averaging 2,000 transactions a second because they're not on a blockchain, right? So it's a slow system, but it's a free system. It's money. It's real money. It can be used as an option. All these coins, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, or Ethereum, however you pronounce it, and so on, can be used as an option to protect your wealth that's probably most likely in fiat currency, like in the stock market or something, because we know we can lose that. But if you got something that will be an option like gold, silver, or cryptocurrency, then you can protect some of that wealth depending on how much of that you have. Cryptocurrency makes the most sense to me because it's just easier to deal with. It's easier to hold on to. It's harder for people to steal it from you, so on and so forth. Okay, so where was I going with this? Okay. What was I going to say next? I lost my train of thought. Okay, the billion coin. Okay, let's see. What was I going to say? I apologize. I just blew it. Forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, well, I'll just go back to where I can remember what I was saying. And that was talking about how our coin, in and of itself, can and will eliminate global poverty and all the symptoms that go with it. Okay. Because you have all these symptoms. You have hunger, right? You've got crime due to lack of money. So it's motivated by this scarcity to go out and commit crime. That will go away. Now, not all crime, just crime based on lack, right? Because people will have money. Everyone will have money. We just need 1 billion people. Okay. And that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the transaction speeds of the blockchain. Okay. In relativity to, or in relation to Bitcoin. Okay. So the technology has advanced to the point where we started out with that old blockchain platform, call it 1.0 or 0.1, whatever. And we have built a brand new blockchain platform over the last 8 months. And we are currently migrating over our whole 3 million people from the one old blockchain to the new blockchain, including the old wallet system to the new wallet system. And we are transacting the same as Visa and MasterCard, between 2,000 and 3,000 transactions we are doing per second. Okay. So we now have our coin available to be used worldwide, all over the place at the same time, just like the entire banking system. We had to get there. A cryptocurrency that wants to eliminate poverty in and of itself has to be and be able to be transacted exactly the way any digital currency is transacted, in spite of it being on a blockchain. But because of technology always doubles every 18 months, we are at that point. And we'll be done migrating at the end of this month. On the 31st of July, we'll be done. Everybody will be on that new blockchain. Okay, so that's just one other thing that we have accomplished in 2 years, and we're right on schedule. We have a 5-year program to get this done. We're right on schedule. In fact, we might even be ahead. I don't know. It seems like we would be. It's just amazing what we have accomplished. And it's not me. It's not the community. The community does accomplish it. We are the ones that go out and spread the word and get the coins in your hands. The admin will tell us, this is what I have available for you. I have all these coins in my wallet. I need you guys to get them out into the people's hands. So I'm going to make it easy for people to get their hands on a full coin without having to buy full price. That's me. I can do that. Okay, is what he's telling us. You guys cannot do that, he tells us, all right? You guys cannot discount the coin. You cannot sell it for whatever, less than whatever the current price is of that day. or you will discount the coin and you will destroy the value of the coin. And that will be the end of us. But I can do what I want with these coins. And he's right. So in the distribution phase, which is what we are in, is what we call ourselves. We're distributors. We're just distributing the coin. How? We're giving it away. That's one way we're giving it. Just giving it away for free. Well, there's a $10 a year charge for your back office, and that, which will allow you to give it away and kind of hang on to the people that you give it away to, in the sense that you'll know who they are and you'll have a little miniature community within our big community. It's a blast. Okay. We have a real community, and that's almost more exciting than the fact that we're creating wealth and we're just asking you to accept it. That should be enough excitement right there. Forget the community, right? But people just love communities. We love being a part of something that we are all like-minded with. And you have to be like-minded, right? You can't be selfish. You can't be greedy. If you want everyone to be wealthy, then you can't be selfish or greedy. Okay, so we only need 1 billion, and there's a lot more than 1 billion people that are like-minded in that way. So we're not going to have a problem. But there are obviously many that are selfish and greedy still. But that's okay. Okay, that's okay. We just need 1 billion, and we will get our job done. And people will be using Kringles as money all over the world. We already are. Okay, but we have a very small economy. It's smaller than Bitcoin because Bitcoin's got 12 million people using their coin, right? So if we grew 30 times last year. We went from 100,000 to 3 million. If we grow another 30 times, we'll grow from this 3 million membership to 90 million. Okay, but we're on a faster blockchain platform. We should be able to grow even more than that. So it's just a matter of time before we hit our first billion. And will the ship ever leave the harbor? No, it won't even leave the dock, because of the way we're distributing, just the fact that we have control over how we distribute our wealth. We don't allow the wealthy people that already are abundant to come in and buy all of our coins that they want and leave nothing for the rest of us. That wasn't our purpose. That's why we didn't go on the market. We remained a private community where we are bound by an agreement that we agree to value our coin on us, and that the value is going to go up by every person that comes in until we hit 1 billion. And then that's it. That's our money. Okay. So that is what is so exciting about TBC, or the billion coin. We are the only current, there's going to be others, okay? We are the only current abundance-based coin, meaning that the price of our coin will always go up until we hit that first billion members. Okay, so all the information about how you can become a part of our community is in the description of this video down below the video. And then I've put in probably too much information, but at least you'll have everything that you'll want to find out everything about the billion coin in our community before you would ever join our community. You will know everything. And you will actually want very much to become a part of our community. And $10 won't be anything. We kept it at such a low price, $10 a year. Really, it's like a $10, to me, it's like a $10 a lifetime. Because, I mean, I had the $10. I'm here in America. It's $10 is not very hard to put out. It's a couple pizzas, or it's one pizza. It's not even one pizza if you get a decent pizza here in America. But, you know, there are countries out there, developing countries, who are still, the minimum wage is $1 to $2 a day. So it takes a little bit more to get to 10, but we don't want to put a burden on them. We want to relieve that burden of poverty. Okay. But if we just give the coin out, then people don't put any value to it. and they don't tell anybody about it. And we need people to tell the rest of their family, their loved ones, hey, check this out, guys. Tell their friends and family and coworkers. We need to get to 1 billion people as fast as we can. Okay? Because that is our economy, right? So that's what we're doing. That's why we're so different. That's why it's something we can hardly even comprehend, because we haven't been taught that we as people have power. It's like, no, we don't have power. You're right, we don't. We haven't had any power since 1913. It may seem like it, but since 1971, when they took us off the gold standard, took the gold off of our currency, then we've been 100% fiat, 100% debt-based. We were debt-based before that, okay, because it was a banking system where you had to borrow money, you had to borrow from the bank, and they charged you interest, okay? That wasn't the government. Yeah, it is the government, the rotten, corrupt part of the top echelon of the government, but not all. You see, it's just like the deep state that they talk about, the top 30% of the intelligence communities around the world are rotten, and they're called the deep state. 70% of the people that work for these intelligent communities are upstanding patriots. Okay, it's the same thing with, I forgot what I was going to relate it to, but the point is, we've got a very few amount of extremely powerful people in the world. One example I can mention is the fact that we have 7.6 billion people on the earth. 7.6 billion. We only have 2,240 something billionaires. That means out of 7.6 billion people, there's only 2,200 people with $1 billion or more. So you know that's the problem with the world and its economy. And we are slaves to that economy. Well, we are in a position for the first time in the history of mankind to change that system and put the money back in our hands and tell the central banking system and those few very, very evil, very, very wealthy individuals, no more, no more. You are no longer our slave masters. Adios. Okay. And we're doing it already, and they're already freaking out. You see them, you hear them screaming. Okay. And they're doing it politically and economically. Yes, we are being told that the economy is great, but there's a plan behind all of that. Okay. And I'm not going to get into that today because I'm kind of on a schedule today. I want to keep this broadcast down to as close to a half hour as I can. But the information that you will need is what I'm saying, and it's so exciting because you will, like for instance, when you hit our registration page where you will actually sign up as a member of our community, it will ask you for your name and an email address, and that address has to be real because you're going to get 2 emails in the beginning. You may never get another email again, but you'll get 2, and you'll have to open those up and click on a hyperlink in there, like a confirmation link. You'll need to click on that link in each of those 2 emails, and one will create that back office, and one will create the wallet where you'll keep all your coins, right? So when that back office, you click that and that pulls up, you're going to see 10 questions. You're not going to see, hey, we want your $10, pay us in Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum, and here's how you do it. No, you're not going to see that. You're going to see 10 paragraphs, which is our mission statement and basically our agreement. It's not really our agreement, but it's a mission statement, okay? Because that's the first thing we've got to get across to you, and the first thing you're going to want to know. We want you to know everything. We have everything available, including the agreement. Okay. So, and you don't have to pay us anything. It's free to sign up. Okay. And you'll get these 10 paragraphs, which is our mission statement divided into 10 paragraphs. And there'll be a question under each of those paragraphs with the ability to answer 2 answers. One's the right answer, one's the wrong answer. And you'll read the paragraph, and then you'll read the question, and then you'll pick the answer. If you pick the wrong answer, it just tells you you picked the wrong answer, go back and read the paragraph and try again. So you can't fail the test. It just informs you of exactly what we are, what kind of a community we are. And if you go through those 10 paragraphs and you get to the 10th one and you're just saying, wow, this is incredible, then that's who we're looking for. We're looking for you. You will join us. The $10 will be nothing. Even in the poorest countries around the world, you can come up with $10, even if it takes you a week. You see what I'm saying? Or even if it takes you 2 weeks, or you got to go do some extra work, or you got to sell something. You can do it. If you got to borrow it from somebody that's got more money than you in those developing countries, you can do it. Anyone can do it. It's only $10. And I know what I was saying before. I was saying it seemed like it's just going to be a one time, because a year from now you'll be using Pringles. Your life will be so different. If you were that poor, that $10 kind of hurt you maybe in whatever country you're in. By the time a year goes by, you're going to have $10 like it was nothing. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, to me, I kind of almost see it as a one-time $10, and that's it. You get your back office and you get a free wallet with no transaction fees, is what I should say, or also say. If you use Bitcoin, you'll have a transaction fee when you exchange that coin, right? So you won't have any transaction fees whatsoever, and you can use the Kringles and exchange it all day long. 100 exchanges, you won't spend anything on transaction fees. Okay? All this for $10 a year. And like I say, you can look at it as a one-time $10. If you understand that would be the hardest $10 to come up with, possibly. You see what I'm saying? The first time. But anybody and everybody can do it. We made sure that everybody could do it before we came out with that price to charge. We have never charged anything in the last 2 years, except if you wanted to give the gift out, they were charging $1 a month. Okay. And then when we came out with the new blockchain platform and we realized that, hey, all these people we gave the gift away to last year didn't really do anything. Yes, obviously, a lot of people came in. We grew by 30 times, but it's not enough. It should have just kept growing at super speeds. I mean, at one point, we were bringing in 50,000 a day. Okay, and it should have stayed that way. But anyway, we did have some technical slowdowns, obviously, on the old blockchain platform, same as Bitcoin. They had to create a fork and create a new coin called Bitcoin Cash, raise their transaction fees up from 7 per second to 130, okay, which was great for them. But again, you're nowhere near Visa and MasterCard, who can average 2,000 to 3,000. They are averaging 2,000 transactions a second. They can actually do up to 50,000 before they'd even have to worry about slowing down, because it's just electricity and servers. There's no blockchain. Okay, it's just pure digital currency. Not to mention it's worthless at this point of our history. Okay, but now we have a blockchain and the technology with the same kind of speeds. Okay, now I don't know if we can go past 3,000 per second. Okay, but we are doing between 2,000 and 3,000 right now. Okay, and so far, no problems whatsoever. So we just have one more thing that we can offer the world in our quest to achieve our mission, which we are going to achieve. Okay, so back to the registration form. And ask you for your name and email address. And let's see, it asks you to create a username. That will be part of your link that you can hand out to people to give the gift. By the way, what is that gift? Okay. Currently, the gift is, I think, 25,000 cookie rewards, which is equal to Kringles during a redemption month. We have those every 5 months. and the next one starts November 1st and goes for the whole month. You just click a button that will appear in your back office that says redeem your cookies. You click that, and those will disappear and show up as real Kringle coins in your wallet that you'll be able to spend right then. So that's how that works, okay? Now, it asks you to make a username, and then it asks you to create a password. And it asks you what country you live in. And that's it. Nothing else. Okay? No phone number. No tax ID number. Oh, don't get me started on that. See, that's the other thing that happened to us when the Fed took over, when we were betrayed with the passing of that federal act, and they charged the government interest. How is the government going to pay that interest? They had to create another against the Constitution entity called the IRS, and they charged the American people income tax, and which I think is the worst tax you can charge people. But anyway, we're about to change all that, okay? And there won't be any need for it because we will bring back complete and total abundance. No one will be without. We, the people, will be the ones in control of our own financial destinies in the sense that we will have the money, period. Many of us will still work, okay? People love doing things, building things. It won't affect anything. It will only make everything better. Okay, we have been brainwashed into thinking that this world is lacking. And they've given us this scarcity mindset. There's not enough for you. There's not enough for you, people. There's just enough for us rich. Sorry. You don't go out there and kill people and take theirs. I don't know. It's a dog-eat-dog world, right? I mean, I'm being, facetious here, if that's the right word. But, basically that's the situation we've been in. And we don't know any better. We don't realize that there's unlimited amounts of food, unlimited amounts of fresh water, unlimited amounts of power, unlimited amounts of anything we want to build, and that everybody can have whatever they want. That sounds crazy, huh? But it's a lie. The opposite is what we've been taught, and that's a lie, but that's all we've been taught. And there's nothing wrong with being abundant. There's nothing wrong with living in abundance. It's not going to take care of all the problems in the world, right? It's not going to eliminate hate. Being wealthy is not going to eliminate hate. And if you've been told that wealthy is evil, well, that depends on you, huh? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But really, it depends on you. You can be evil and be poor. So you can be evil and have a lot of money, right? But if you're like-minded like us and you're part of our first billion, then you're going to have the most control and power, okay? And we're going to hit that in 2 or 3 years. So that's why we're out here doing these live videos every day or every chance we can to get the word out. Because how else are people going to find us? They're not going to find us on the coin market cap. There's not going to be those 3 letters that say TBC or BTC, or XRP or ETH or whatever Bitcoin Cash is, and so on and so forth. You're not going to find TBC. You're not going to find the billion coin because we want to be a solution, not just an option. We want to be a solution to the world's condition, to the people being slaves. We've all been slaves and we don't want to be that way anymore. And the people are rising up and they're changing things. And it's perfect timing. It couldn't have been any more perfect timing, right? So God's hand is definitely in all of this, as his hand has always been in all of everything from the beginning, right? If you believe in God. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So that's all you'll do to register. You'll get the page that has the 10 paragraphs. You're either going to go through those 10 paragraphs and want to join with everything in your system, or you're going to say, no, this is not for me. I'm too selfish and I'm too greedy. And they can't help themselves. You can't help yourself if you're that way. That's okay. Okay? Because there's other things you guys can do. And you'll all be using Kringle eventually. And there'll be other abundant-based coins by then, in 2 to 3 years from now. And there'll still be all the coins on the market that can be used as an option to protect your wealth. And you will be able to do private transactions among the people that are using that particular coin. And meanwhile, the billion coin and Kringles will be a worldwide economy of its own, based on that agreement that we all come together and agree that this is going to be our money. It's the most powerful thing we can agree to. And we make agreements all day long, every day. Okay? So we have that right to make agreements. And we're looking for you to come and take a look at what we have to offer without spending a dime. And then you're either going to agree, and I mean really agree, or you're not going to. And you will not have spent a dime. Okay, so I think that's it. Like I said, the information is down below. And contact me if you need any help. And let me go quickly look and see if anybody has any questions. Let me go quickly look. Jules, I don't know if you're still here, but you're the only one that's showing up. I don't know if I can refresh this page or not. Jules, I don't know if you're still here. I hope you can hear me. You're the only one that's showing up. I don't know if I can refresh this page. Okay, looks like you can. Okay, well. Okay, those of you who are watching this video that are members already, make sure you check out the blogs today. Make sure you listen to Randy's video that he did today on the blog. Okay. And I should just mention that those of you who are new and watching this, yes, we have a blog system that the admin communicates with us. They're anonymous, right? But they communicate with us on a daily basis with one or multiple posts per day. Hey, this is what's going on. This is the next new thing. Hey, this is where we're at. Hey, this is what you guys need to do. Hey, whatever. Look what's happening here. Look what's happening there. People are using this much coins and we're doing peer-to-peer transactions and blah, 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 blah. Okay? You'll even find me on the blog. Crazy as that may sound. But because he'll put one of these videos on if you find something interesting. Okay, so the blog is really, really a fabulous way to find out everything you want to know about the billion coin. Okay, and it's right on the main site, or you can go straight to the blog by just putting in blog.thebillioncoin.info. Otherwise, you can find it on our main site, thebillioncoin.info. Okay, you can go either way, directly there or a roundabout way. Either way, there's all the information you could possibly want to find out 100% of what we are, so that it will help you make a decision whether you want to become a part and a member of our community. Okay. I will be here. It is tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've scheduled myself yet. I think I forgot to. But yeah, I'm here usually every day, God willing, 5 o'clock Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So thank you for watching this video. And please check us out. It will be the best 10 or 15 minutes or a half hour if you really want to do a lot of research that you could ever do for yourself and your family. I'm not kidding you. Or that's all you've got to lose is 10 or 15 minutes before you realize, whoa, this is not for me. But at least you found out about it. Okay? Because we are going to accomplish it with or without you. Okay? But we want you. Because we want you to accept our abundance. Okay? No strings attached. Okay. Thank you guys. I love you all. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.